about an hour ago, and now I'm like in the trunk here. And how is it that I'm supposed to give a toast about something I know, and we're not married, we're giving this toast, and we're probably more nervous than they are, so how fair is that?
It's not.
That's all right, I'll suck it up.
Who are you, by the way?
There are plenty of great things to say about Jim, but this is neither the time nor the place. No, but I was kind of going with something else from this toast, and then I realized the girls were strictly toasting Chris, and I kind of feel like, well, they were being very generous with Jim, and I was going to kind of toast the both of them, so I'm going to kind of toss these notes out in a little bit, but hearing something what Kim said about, basically I look back on it, and a lot of the reason why I moved up to Austin was for Jimmy as well. Granted, that was a long time ago, and there were some other motivating factors, but I knew when he came here that kind of solidified what I wanted to do. And we weren't very close, as many of you guys know, back in high school days. And then whatever happened one time, we were very close before that. But we're bosom buddies like the Golden Girls.
Speak for yourself.
So I'm actually going to try to make this speech in between two speeches that I've heard from my brother. One was at my wedding. For all you single ladies, I've been single for a while. But this speech, airplanes of apology and all this other stuff, some of you guys might remember, went on for an awfully long time. I loved it, but I remember a couple people tried to get him off the stage to get the microphone. And the other one, and I'm going to have some help with this one, was at Mike and Jenny Berry, who are obviously a huge part of this wedding, their toast. And we're going to recite that word for word real quick so you guys make yourselves comfortable. But it's somewhere the opposite of the speech I was just talking about. And the lady who was getting married is going to say that for us right now.
Are you kidding me?
Laughter beforehand. All I did was stand up. Mindy was there. Paula was right next to her. They were waiting to see who they were going to give the speech after. Really, really nervous. I think I already got mine out of the way. And Jimmy stands up in the middle of a room of people like this. A lot of people didn't know it. Just says, "Are you kidding me? This kicks ass." And sits down. And Jenny and Mike loved it. As soon as that, I look over and Paula and they turn to look at each other and say, "We're on." But then I had to follow this, so it's not as easy. So going on with that, I was actually there the night that Jimmy and Chris met. It was a very interesting night. Classic Jim, back on the prowl really for the first time. And he was very, very excited at what had happened. Downside of that is I had met a really, really cool girl as well. I was really excited about it. Jim came back and got involved. Swear to God, she was gone in 5 minutes. And we were really excited. I mean, we were hitting it off. And I remember Jimmy just coming up and just like, I was like grinding on her and just like I'm the better Woodcock brother. And she turns around and leaves, and we sit there for a minute, and Jimmy goes, "Oh, she's not coming back, dude, but you gotta go see this girl that I just met." So then I went and I met Chris. And good times. It was Jimmy Woodcock Block that night. But he was very excited. And I will say, from that night, I was very commendable of him. He was really wanting to take his time. I knew he was really, really excited about meeting Chris. He always talked about her. But he was really like, you know what, I just want to take my time, I want to do it. And then I got to say right back at Chris, she was unbelievably patient and told him to take his time. And she kind of slowly chipped away at him. And you could just see it coming. And you knew it was coming, and finally Jimmy gave in. Yeah, and obviously, you know,
here we are.
Going way off script, and I've gone way off script at this point, but I'll tell you, I kind of tell you how it goes with these two and how much they care about each other. I called Jimmy this morning just to kind of see how things were going and get some details or whatever. He's like, he was kind of bummed out. He was talking about the rain, and he told me, he's like, Well, you know what I did? I went and called the hotel, and I upgraded our suite in hopes that that would make Chris happy and kind of make up for the ring.
Oh.
And so, you know, it's always thinking about each other. They're obviously equally goofy as hell together, which and, you know, Jimmy's my brother. Love him like a brother. But we're very close, and one of the things that I truly hope to do, make sure I'm not missing anything, is that one of my goals is to move. I live in, some people call it North Dallas, or South Dallas, as they'll make fun of me, so I'm away from a lot of the friends and my brothers I really want to get closer to. So hopefully sometime in the next year or so, I'm hoping to move more central or South Austin, and that way we can spend more time together, because we don't get to spend as much time as we like to do. And then about that time, I'm thinking it might be babysitting time. And so,
Wow.
I'm hoping. So I'm hoping that'll time itself out well, and I'll be able to help out in that regard. But you know, other than that, sorry I'm not shedding any tears. I hope I'm not letting anybody down with this, but I just want to tell, I'm sorry, I should have started this off by saying, first of all, thank you for everybody from Austin coming to this wedding tonight. I really appreciate you guys making the trip. All you guys from out of town. Yeah. Thank you very much to you guys who made the trip and made this great for both our families. Well, now I should say one family. But we really, truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you for spending it with us. But of course, you know, as it was so wonderfully said, the way these two guys look at each other, the way they make each other smile, we're very, very blessed to bring the families together, and I'm very, very excited and happy to call Chris my sister. See you guys.
Cheers, cheers. Nice.